Hey guys, welcome back.
We tricked you. We're on the wrong side of the screen.
Yes, we're over on this side right now. We decided to make a couple changes from the gameplay last time because we noticed that we were covering up some of the text.
Yeah, we want to make sure everyone can read, so...
we wanted to make it a little bit better. So we're going to try a couple new things, including we're going to use our PS4 controller to try to eliminate some of the delay that we were experiencing last time.
We've tested it and it seems to work pretty good. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see how it works.
We're open.
Yeah. So far, we've been playing 2 hours of Banjo Kazooie. And kind of getting into the swing of things. It's a new game for kind of both of us. We both had it growing up, and I played it very little. I think Smith played a little bit more than I did.
We played it extensively, but we were horrible, so we never made much progress. I used to have my dad come down and try to help us beat different bosses or levels that we were in, and
isn't that so funny?
And we never really got very far, but we spent hours and hours, I think.
Yeah, I can't remember how much of the game we played, but it's still pretty much brand new to me, and it's fun to have a new outlook on it. Banjo Kazooie is a really great game that has held. It's aged well, I should say. The controls are really good, and
it's got great music too.
Yeah, it's
just well done all the way around.
Well, we're excited to get back into it. We're gonna go.
Without further ado, we're an ant right now. I forgot.
Yeah, so where we left off,
a termite, I guess.
Into this termite, and the only way to turn back is to go back.
I think we have to have him disenchant us or whatever. Are we done though, being an ant or a termite? We're sure we've done everything that we need to. We got the puzzle piece from the top of the termite mound.
Yeah.
The ant hill.
Termite.
Lychee.
So we've collected all 10 of
10 in this
jiggies.
level. Okay.
Although there is one of those little honeycomb things right up here that we haven't.
One of the hollow honeycombs. What do those even do?
After you get 6 of them, I think it gives you an extra life, or an extra area of damage that you can receive. So it's definitely worth
it. They still hate us even though we're a termite.
Shaman,
Mumbo. Up and over the hills. Hey look, it's a Jinjo, we gotta get it. Go back.
We've done all the getting up.
Have we? Jinjo!
We could play the entire level again and get all the collectibles.
Yeah. I think it's time to move forward. Day Salvation says they give you +1 HP if you find 6 of those.
That's a better way to say it. There you go. +1 HP.
One of those little hollow honeycombs. Stay away from those guys, they're rude.
I'm one of them.
Yeah, they want your backpack and your shorts, and they just want all your stuff.
It's true.
His house sure looks small from the outside. Good thing we're heavy enough to push that down. Omanakas. Alright, so let's get out of here. Those ones look like they'd be fun, lovable characters, but they're enemies.
Is that other
Jinjo.
That other honeycomb is right up here, I believe.
The one that we're missing.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, it's right up in there.
Yeah, it's in the little alcove. You have to probably slide down the hill and get in there at a certain angle. Slide just right. Ooh, it was close. Try again. Another time, another try.
So we had gotten to that second level as well, but we hadn't finished everything.
Right. Oh.
Yeah. Great.
And there's supposed to be 6 of them in here.
There's only 2.
Just 2 in each level.
Yeah.
Okay. That's better. Now we're really ready to leave.
We didn't get all the music notes we like it, or we had to start over again every time.
Yeah, we were down to like 10 or something.
I'm pretty content with 94.
That's okay.
I think 94 is good.
We'll call it good. We didn't change our next stream over up at the top there.
Oh, shoot, that's right.
We're gonna not stream for a whole week.
No, we're definitely gonna stream again. When is our next stream gonna be? Tuesday night.
I think that's what we were thinking. You've got a witch's hat. Look at you.
Yes, I've got a witch's hat.
Let's see here. Yeah, I think Tuesday night at 8 is what we're gonna aim for. Tuesday night at 8 p.m.
Change that list. Apples do apples. I appreciate you joining us tonight.
Apples to Apples says, I hope this live stream is highly educational.
For whom? Hope it's educational for everybody.
We'll certainly be getting educated about how to play this game.
Yeah, it's pretty new to us.
So far, so good, though.
Controller's doing a lot better than what we were doing. What we were playing with the other night.
It seems like it's way more responsive. 5 more pieces. Look, we can go into the sewer or whatever.
Should we go back to level 2 or should we do this level 3?
We didn't really finish the beach, did we?
So we haven't finished the beach yet.
That's one of the cool things about this game is that you can do kind of bits and pieces, but you do have to finish like most of the levels to be able to move forward in the story.
But Jay Salvation says that this stream should be educational about us. Well, I'm Tweed. This is Smith. We've been streaming for about a month.
It's like our 5th week, right?
And 2 of us, we play games every once in a while. We're not huge gamers, but we do have like an Xbox 360 and a PS4.
You do a lot more gaming than I do.
I do a lot more gaming than.
Oh, excuse us.
Just farted that out.
That was really embarrassing. Well, I think we should go back to the beach. Is that where we're headed? That's Mumbo's Mountain.
I don't remember where the beach is.
The beach, I think, is up these little stair things there, wasn't it?
That was just
Oh, that's right. You're right. The maps on this are just like so confusing getting between levels. We'll get better at it, but...
I think it's in.
Got a timer going off.
Well, we're gonna take just a 2-second break. We've got to get
like literally 30 seconds. I'm gonna go to the oven real quick and make sure that I'm not burning chicken.
Yeah, we'll be.
I'll be back.
Right back in 1 sec.
All right, we're all set. We're good. Red 5 is standing by again.
Food out of the oven?
Yep, it's out of the oven.
Do I get a jiggy this time? Well, everybody who follows us gets a jiggy.
I think you already have a jiggy by default, Jay Salvation.
You
You're grandfathered in.
Yes, grandfathered in with jiggies.
J Salvation joined the party in our last stream.
Yeah.
We were playing Mother 3. Or all the little sounds that they packed into these few megabytes that they had.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting.
So we can't go in there. We've only got 127. Don't die.
Let's go in here. This sounds appropriate.
It's like I don't have much commentary, but I'm here. We're going through her weird, just like twisted maze of things that she set up for us to get through her lair.
Yeah, we're trying to rescue her.
She's got an evil plan to use our sister's youth to become beautiful again.
And she's created a way for it to...
Ooh, shark, 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 shark. No Jinjo for us this time. Unless he goes away.
Dang shark, like, killed us.
Several times. Ah, he's the worst. Get out of here, shark.
Eat him.
I think the flipping off the other side, like you did last time, was good. You just need to dive deeper. Apples dos apples. I think I read your name wrong before. Is that how you say it? Apples dos apples? Like 2 apples in Spanish? Apples dos apples. I'm back. I need a new computer.
Welcome back.
Welcome
I don't know
back.
what we can do about that new computer.
That sucks. I hope your computer will work okay for you. Oh, we got it. Jinjo. The witch lady does sound like a hag. Appropriately so. Aww. Aww. Alright. No, not to... to try not to die here with this crab. Alright, Nipper. Trading is tuning in mobile, it sounds like, tonight. Can't stay for long, my phone's on a data plan which is limited.
Oh, welcome.
Thanks for stopping by and saying hello. Good to have you. And thanks for using your data, that's really, really nice.
We do the same thing when we're at the gym, and we're on the cycle. What that's called?
Yeah, they're bikes, like stationary cycles.
Yeah, I tune in on Twitch and see other streamers, but I feel like I'm eating up all my data.
It goes fast with video, for sure. Good job. He's retreated into his shell here, huh?
I think he died.
That was rude of us. We killed him. Egg that crabby little monster. We should have. We have those eggs that we can do stuff from a distance with. I don't know. I bet you would. I think they're just like hitting something or slamming something.
We already collected the...
Go back in there. Did we see everything? Look up and make sure there's not anything up there. Yeah, I think we got everything.
Everything.
Just a matter of getting some eggs, I guess. The hashtag Banjo sex appeal is back again tonight. Trayden's bringing it back. And Zaynonic says, never forget. The hashtag Banjo sex appeal. It's
definitely not trending on Twitter.
We put it to good use on our Twitter account. Big Salvation already forgot. Trayden says, I made another little thing. These nuts can run for president, and so can one of our little friends. I need to get on my chat so that I can open these. In fact, I've got my computer this time. Just gonna reach over here and grab it. It's sitting on a little entertainment center.
How's the video stream looking for everybody?
Sunday nights are tricky.
Yeah, we're in an area where everybody likes to watch Netflix.
I think everybody everywhere watches Netflix on Sunday afternoons. There's like not much else to do.
Well, I think even more so here.
Yeah, probably.
We're gonna get eaten alive.
The Netflix day for binge watching.
Yeah, so hopefully we've got good enough internet.
Zaynonic says, I work Sunday mornings and come home to play games. That's better than Netflix.
Much better.
Although Netflix can be fun too. No offense to any Netflix binge watchers out there.
We watch lots of
I'm one of them. Is anybody watching the new AMC Fear the Walking Dead? It just premiered like 2 weeks ago on the 23rd, I think. It's a Sunday evening show like Walking Dead always has been.
It's really good.
Oh my gosh, they've done a great job with it. We kind of stopped watching The Walking Dead partway through like a season and a half ago, just because it got kind of boring. It was felt like they were stretching, and so we kind of quit. But this one, they've taken a full new look at what the series should be, and we're in a new city and kind of getting some story about like what happened before the zombie apocalypse started. So it seems pretty cool. There wasn't a new episode tonight because it's Labor Day weekend. They figured that they'd have a better viewership next week, and so they're doing 2 reruns tonight of the first 2 episodes. But
That's right.
it seems like a fun show. I'm like super excited for Halloween right now. It got kind of cold here in Salt Lake yesterday, like down to like 61 last night, which to some of you probably doesn't sound very cold, but to others it may sound really cold. And I don't know, it put me in the mood for like Halloween movies in fall.
Hey Shasta, welcome back.
Shasta's back. Let's see, I think I'm in here now. Traden, if you're still here, could you post that link one more time? I'll click on it now. I'm gonna keep my computer open so that I don't have to have you repost stuff. Traden is still here. Hashtag Banjo Sex Appeal, Banjo Kazooie for Smash, and hashtag Jiggy's Up.
Jiggy's up. Love it.
Zaynonic says, I don't have cable, unfortunately I can't watch things like that. And cable is, I think, hopefully soon going to become a thing of the past, and we'll just have little subscription services here and there, but that's alright, you can catch it next season on Netflix. They do seem to put them there. Oh, this one's a Mr. Saturn. Check it out.
Oh, cool.
It's Mr. Saturn for President 2020.
Bling, break your poverty like I break your shits. That's awesome.
I love it.
Cool.
That's really cool. I love that you're drawing. That's awesome. Mr. Saturn for President 2K20.
I'm so slow at collecting everything.
Shasta says that he's playing Super Metroid right now.
Right on.
Nice.
I wish we were playing.
I'm pretty glad to be playing Banjo Kazooie.
No, Banjo Kazooie is great.
But Super Metroid does sound
great.
fun. Apple Dose Apple says maybe the new Apple TV will allow that. I'm hoping that we have a new Apple TV announced this week.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of
Can you imagine,
rumbling
like,
about it.
if there's some sort of an a la carte option for all of these like premium channels that everybody buys cable for? These
Yeah.
cable companies are done.
Oh, they'll have to innovate as well.
They'll have to add an a la carte option probably. And that's what I've always wanted. They really like if you ask them about what they're charging you for, they'll tell you, oh, we're charging you $2 a month for your ESPN channels, and we're charging you $3 a month for HBO, and we're charging you.
But you have to pay for everything.
But you have to buy it all. You don't get to choose. They won't let you break those down into those costs. HBO Go jumped ship, and They have a subscription service. ABC already is available over the regular air for free, and so they've been broadcasting all of their stuff on Apple TV. We'll see, I guess. It'll be fun. Shasta says, I love Super Metroid with all my heart and a little bit of my penis. That's really funny. I'm not going to be able to stop laughing about that. That's a true Shasta joke right there. Oh, there's feathers in the treasure chest. Just have to be able to get out of there without getting chomped down on. Alright. We need some honeycomb. Craig asks which games we love with all our heart and a little bit of our penis.
I love Dance Dance Revolution.
My favorite games, this is one of my favorite games, honestly. Like, I think I like most of them just for nostalgic reasons. Super Mario 64 is another one that we just played and played and played relentlessly as kids. Donkey Kong, or not Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong Racing. That one we never beat either because we weren't very good, but we played the heck out of that. Like, of more modern games, I think I really rank The Last of Us pretty highly on my list.
That game was great.
That was amazing. And Kingdom Hearts was pretty good, the original on the PlayStation 2. That one I know catches a lot of flack from different people, being a little bloated, but I liked it.
That game has a lot of.
I liked it a lot.
Fans.
Well, it's done well. They keep trying to reinvent it for different consoles and platforms. And that hasn't gone so hot for them, but it's a fun one. Quick chat poll, top 3 games. Go, go, go. My top 3... The Last of Us is at the top of my list. Like, of all of the games that I've ever played, I think that one's my favorite.
It's pretty hard to narrow it down to 3 games.
It is. It's tricky. It depends on what type of game you're in the mood for, too.
Yeah, like, I really like the Ace Attorney series.
That one is fun. This is gonna sound dumb, but I really love Animal Crossing a lot, too. So I'd put it maybe as my 3rd favorite game. And I think my middle one probably just out of, like, I don't know, like, there's the Pokemon games, I love those. There's Wario, which was my first just regular, like, big fat Game Boy original game. The Wario World or Wario Land, what was it called?
Wario Land 4.
Wario Land. I loved that thing. It was the only game I had at first, and so it got a lot of playtime.
Mother 3, your favorite game?
Mother 3 is a really fun game. As far as like top 3, I don't know, it could sit right close to like Pokemon for me, I think. Like Pokemon Yellow version. The Zelda games are really fun. We really liked the GoldenEye game when I was a kid too. That one's one that hasn't aged terribly well, but
The controls are just a little rough.
they are. But I really like it still. Vesta says Mega Man meets Zelda. How is that perfection? Super Metroid is the best. Also Mood, M-O-O-D. And we're dead.
Shoot. The Klonoa for the first time this summer in the game is the Jizz.
Klonoa.
Yeah, it's a platformer game, isn't it?
Zane on X ranks his number 1 Donkey Kong Country, number 2 Harvest Moon, Back to Nature 3. Well, Back to Nature. That would be fun. I've never played Harvest Moon.
Harvest Moon is good too.
Did you play Harvest Moon?
Yeah, we played it a lot as kids.
That one was a portable game, wasn't it? It was on like
We played
the
it on
3DS, on the GameCube. And that was the one where you had like crops and you'd pick them.
Yeah, there's like farming.
So very similar to Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
I like Animal Crossing a lot. Traden got the PS1 copy of Klonoa 2 or 3 years ago. Looked it up last spring because a friend was interested in good PS2 games, and it was $200 to $300. Holy cow!
Holy cow! I didn't know it was like collectible.
Yeah, neither did I. I didn't know what it was, so I obviously didn't know it was collectible. That's crazy. That's like right up there with like Earthbound cartridges.
Yeah, really crazy.
Nuts. Klonoa is one of the only platformers I'd suggest on the story alone. But that game is just as awesome. The game is just as awesome as the story. It'd be a good indicator of everything about it.
It's cool.
Apples Dos Apples says Metal Gear Solid. Are you playing the new one? I'm sure you are.
I hope you are.
Yeah, you'd better be, right? That was the talk of the room all week at work. Everybody was talking about Metal Gear. It's funny, I've got one friend that was so disappointed by the new Batman game. He's a console gamer in a lot of ways, but he likes to PC game, and he ended up doing the advanced copy where you get to download it and it just goes live at midnight or whatever. And it just was horrible. It was so broken that he couldn't play it. And so he bought it through Steam. He was looking up the different like specs for the game and things, and he met all of the specs that were required to be able to play it. There was a recommended video card that they were saying like, hey, this is going to be the one, like the creme de la creme of all the video cards for this particular game.
That's annoying.
And he went out and bought the video card.
Really?
Like, yeah, he was like, all right, if that's what it takes, like I'm going. And he went and got the video card, installed it. Game was still broken and totally unplayable for him. Like, just dropping frames. It was just, he said it was just awful. And so it's funny, almost every day he gives me the update on like any new news about when they're gonna have it fixed. Right now they originally said that they were aiming for November, and they're now saying like late this year to be able to fix it. It's been out since yeah, it's been out since June, the end of June or the early July.
That's crazy.
And so it's kind of crazy, but anyway, he is now super skeptical about any new game launches, and he's a big Metal Gear fan. He was telling me that morning on the first when the game came out, like, I'm waiting until I hear all the reviews because I don't want to be like disappointed again. It really like has hurt his ability to be able to trust that games are ready for release, because he's wanting to play it on PC again. So
I would say other games that I like are, I really like the Phoenix Wright series.
Phoenix Wright is pretty fun.
All those graphic novels on the DS were like
Still does.
really great.
I've started that one.
The 999 game was great on the,
Oh, you
on the
loved
DS
that.
as well. Yeah.
The sequel was a little bit subpar, wasn't it?
Well, it had voice acting.
It was annoying.
Yeah, it was. But they're coming out with a third one too. Way good news.
Klonoa 2 for the PS2 takes everything that made Klonoa 1 good and makes it better. Play 2 after you play 1 because 2 has major spoilers. Alright, thanks for the heads up. That is one that I want to check out now that everybody's talking about it so highly. Jay says, try doing that X marks the spot thing from the stage, like follow the arrows. Fly to be able to do them, don't we?
Yeah, we have the ability to
fly. Those are really kind of challenging to do, aren't they? Bad Wi-Fi kicking in again.
oh, shoot.
Stutter. That makes streaming rough. Let's see, there's some feathers over there.
I'm gonna get
Getting all of the notes. This level is really pretty big. There's a lot to do here. This game is amazing. Like, I don't know, I have a lot of respect for these older games and what they were able to fit onto a cartridge.
Yeah, the cartridge was tiny, and and they've got like all these voice samples and all this music.
Tons of music. Tons and tons and tons of it.
What are those spots here?
That's
X marks the spot.
seems like they're on the top of all of those plateaus. Is there one right out there and the one straight ahead?
Initiate it.
Do we?
Somewhere over here first.
Maybe so. It's not rendering in the distance if there is one. Gonna be out of feathers.
Yet the game on Xbox One takes 35 gigs of data. Oh my
cow.
gosh. That's ridiculous.
Guess those higher definition textures and everything that they use.
But still.
That's nuts,
That's not that much space. That's crazy.
Traden says he's having more internet problems. He's tethering through his phone to the Wi-Fi on the computer that the phone's putting out, disconnected. Also for me, who is stream disabled right now, can somebody quote me when their next stream will be? Yeah, Tuesday at 8 is what we're looking at. We did get it changed in that short little break when I had to step away. It's now accurate there at the top of the screen. Banjo Kazooie Guy 2015 says, it's cool that you guys finished Mother 3. In the future, you should do Earthbound.
Yeah, we
That's your very favorite game.
I really love Earthbound.
We even have Earthbound art.
Yeah, we've got Earthbound art hanging all over our walls.
All sorts of it. There's a really cool artist. She does some really she does some really interesting like pixel art. I guess it's pixel art. She's a painter and she has done some stuff for Fangamer, and so far I think we've purchased everything that she's made.
She's the one that was in charge of those clay models that we used in the Mother 3 game.
Yeah, she's super talented.
This might show you a little bit about how much we love Earthbound. Got like little things
They're all over the place here. Yeah, we'd like to play Earthbound sometime. We did Mother 3. We actually just finished Earthbound before we started streaming. We did Mother 3 kind of as a follow-up to that, but it was my first playthrough of Earthbound, and then we wanted to continue the story, and so that's why we moved straight into Mother 3 from there. We started Mother 1 as well. We haven't, either of us, played that. Neither of us have. Jiggy!
Yeah, but welcome to the stream, Banjo Kazooie Guy 2015. If you want to follow us, we'll get you your own Jiggy.
Yep. Apples Dos Apples is asking if Banjo and Kazooie are a thing. Jay responds, as you can see, they do exist, therefore they are a thing. Very literal of you. Here, have some gold. As he burps at us. High def is BS. PC runs better than any console, and formatting is better. Just a crappy data format. Says Xenonix.
The PC?
The PC runs better than any console. That's true. PC hardware tends to be kind of at the...
Is there a PC port of Banjo Kazooie?
If there is, it's news to me. I think he's just talking in general terms, but I don't know.
Hey, Banjo Kazooie Guy, have a Jiggy.
Have a Jiggy, sir. Or ma'am. We never know. Just by username.
We do a lot of assuming.
We do a lot of assuming. We could be with that girl Molly that we've watched. She just calls everyone dude.
Hey, dude.
Hey, dude. Banjo Kazooie Guy. That I think is probably signed enough here. Banjo Kazooie Guy 2015. Says Banjo Kazooie is my favorite game on the N64. I like your playthrough. Also, you guys are supporting Banjo for Smash for downloadable content.
Yeah,
we definitely are.
I definitely signed those forms. Try to get Banjo Kazooie as the next character.
That would be super cool.
Yeah, they have like the right moveset and everything. Like it's set for them. All they have to do is do the modeling. And
they have to do the hard part. Well, I guess not really the hard part, because coming up with ideas and all of that is the hardest part.
It says no port on Suki. That's true.
If I download Metal Gear Solid 5 on PC versus my Xbox One, it would literally be worlds difference in space used. That's true. PCs are the most customizable and therefore tend to be more powerful. They got out the Wii emulators, and they were like, why is this so slow? They go out to the Wii emulators and they're like, why is this so slow? Raiden's coming up with all sorts of hashtags tonight. Hashtag get jiggy with it. Hashtag jiggy's up. Hashtag which way jiggy go. Hashtag in jiggy time. Hashtag between the jiggies and the reels. Hashtag jiggy puns.
Raiden, you really need to get a Twitter account.
You're the king of hashtags. And then there's the hashtag Banjo sex appeal again. That one's permanent. It's made its home. Jinjo! I think that's my favorite little soundbite in the game. Jay's Salvation, it points out you forgot hashtag back in a jiggy. I'll be back in a jiggy. So many puns.
I need to find the next little X marks this one.
I think you have to start over every time you give up.
We died, didn't we?
Yep. Hope we have enough feathers.
Yep.
Raiden says, the interesting thing about consoles is they tend to be out about a year or two behind the current computer hardware.
Or more, yeah.
Or more sometimes. I think that has a lot to do with just the engineering of a platform. I don't know why they can't just make them more like PCs, but I think to try to make them cost effective and...
The product cycle is 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
So...
Well, it just gives people something that they can count on to develop for it too. Consoles will probably always be a little bit behind. They're great though. I love console gaming. Banjo Kazooie guy 2015 says if he makes it in, I hope he's a character and not a Mii costume, like the K-Roll Mii costume.
Or the flying
kind of disappointing. It really is terrible. I hope that they make him a little amiibo as well.
Well, if he makes it as a character,
he gets an amiibo automatically, right?
To become an amiibo, yeah.
Did we get it? You gotta like head rush it or whatever, headbutt it. Rush.
There we go.
What's up, Jiggy? He eats him. Zooey. That's just rude. I'd play K-Roll if they'd put it in there. If only they'd put it in there.
Yeah, for sure. I'm really happy they have. I'm really excited that they're coming out with an amiibo.
Lucas, I teased for probably a year and a half that there would be no Ness or Lucas, and
he likes to push my
in the game, just to be offensive.
He likes to just make me upset.
Just to push your buttons.
I guess that's what married people do.
Banjo Kazooie guy is asking if we'd buy the Banjo amiibo in a heartbeat if they make one and it makes it in, for sure.
Yeah.
We've got a few amiibos. We don't have many of them so far. We actually don't have a Wii U right now. We have several of the new 3DSs, but we don't have a Wii U. We can use the amiibos with that other portable. Stopak, hair swish. I'm having a hard time reading. Lawless. Only I had hair to swish.
You still have
A little bit. Traden says I'd buy a Klonoa amiibo in a heartbeat if they made one. Here's my money. Donkey Kong Country 2, Captain K. Rool with his blunderbuss and mad eyes. I hate the shark. I'm glad we finally got that little treasure chest. Oh. We're not going to be able to get back up. They've intentionally made everything just high enough that if you fall in the water, you're screwed. And they know that you'll fall often. It's just
when I was
evil.
a kid, I played this game better than
It has a little different type of gameplay than we're used to with games nowadays. Stopak demands a wig stream.
A wig stream?
That would be really fun. Maybe for Halloween we'll get some wigs.
That would be super fun. We're not going full out drag though.
We'll paint your eyes. We'll give you some great big eyebrows.
We'll get to be drag. I'm sorry.
I really like this idea a lot.
No, that's not happening.
It'll live forever on the internet. Come on.
No kidding. Yeah, it's not happening.
What kind of wig should I get? What kind of wig should Tweed get? That's the real question. Because I'll gladly rock just about any type of wig.
Would you?
Oh yeah.
So I could get one and whatever it is, you'll wear it?
Yeah. As long as it's glamorous.
Okay.
I don't want like the homeless man wig or something.
We can find.
For Halloween, we're doing it. Stopak says, no drag, please, just wigs. No, I have a friend who will do drag just as kind of a gag thing around Halloween time.
Who's that?
Doug that I work with. You know Doug, right?
Oh yeah.
He has like a name and everything.
Legendary Icon 100, welcome to the stream. Appreciate you being here. Come on, I think we have them.
Hello, hello. Traden is currently removing jelly beans from a jar of jelly beans and then tossing them back in one by one.
Oh great. Does that make your internet go faster?
Maybe it means we're boring.
Oh no.
Stopak says you guys should get some crazy wigs. I mean, like the kind of wig with the hair doing some kind of Cirque du Soleil craziness with ribbons and rotating parts.
Oh my god.
So you're thinking like Lady Gaga concert.
Maybe if we can fund it, we'll do it.
Legendary Icon 100 says video chat with me right now. Traden is asking, so should I get a cosplayer to be my hair?
Yes. I think that...
An entire cosplayer? Woohoo! Yeah, we did. That one's already taken. Like Lady Gaga and a Cher duet concert. Apples Dos Apples is asking, where are the facts tonight?
The facts?
The
crazy
facts. The crazy facts.
Let's see.
I don't know if we have any crazy new ones. We were looking earlier, so the interview that we were talking about last time, what is it, like an hour and 20 minutes long? It's a pretty long interview.
Yeah, the section on Banjo Kazooie wasn't too long.
It wasn't too long. They actually go through a whole bunch of different rare games.
Hey,
Legendary Icon. Have a jiggy. jiggy for everyone. But anyway, the guy that was doing a lot of the voice work was just telling lots of different little stories about the different sound bites that you hear. A lot of them are him. It's surprising.
Yeah, all the Jinjos are done by him. And
yeah.
A lot of the enemies are done by him.
He says they just did like pitch shifting so that like they would make his voice deeper or higher depending on what they needed.
Yeah, and a Nintendo 64 cartridge wasn't able to hold a whole lot of space, and so whenever they would have like sound clips that they'd have to put in there, they had to be very careful about how much space it was taking up. So what they had to do for certain enemies is they had just like pitch shifts. So
they would use the same sound.
Yeah, they'd use the exact same sound clip.
They just make it slower or faster.
But slow it down a little bit. So I know some of the enemies have the exact same sounds that even Banjo make. Just so that they were able to produce a wide variety of.
You'd never know. You'd never know. Like,
no idea.
They sound totally different, but they're the same sounds.
It's definitely a unique way to solve that problem.
Yeah, it really is.
That was really cool.
Stopak is recommending that Trayden get some European acrobats to be in his hair.
we saw some Russian acrobats a couple months ago. We went on a cruise down to Mexico, and on the boat, as part of the entertainment, were these two Russians that were just crazy gymnasts.
They were super cool.
They were really.
We got to hang out with them on the beach in Belize too.
Yeah.
That was amazing. Phenomenally talented people. Trayden's responding, nah, I've got a team of Pokemon to toss up in there. That sounds like it would be more entertaining, especially if they're like fire Pokemon.
It's like Jinx, you should get Jinx in your hair.
Stopak points out you can see your hair is flaming.
Guys, apples does apples. Thank you so much for the donation.
Whoa. Hey, look, we got a new little graphic for you, Apples Dos Apples. You're the first one to see it. Thank you so much for the donation. We really appreciate that a lot.
We'll put that money to our
wig fund. Our Halloween wigs for one of our Halloween broadcasts.
We do want to get a little bit of more equipment for the stream too. So
yeah, we really are dedicated to putting any of that money that gets donated toward bettering our stream and the Twitch community in general. We want to be able to produce a quality stream, and those sorts of donations help us a lot. Thank you so much.
Sure, thanks a lot. The camera in this game is a little problematic.
Yeah, it can be kind of tricky, especially if you need to see where you're going and not like where you are currently. I've been surprised. I'm watching, obviously, like the chat and the list of people that are here. We've had a lot of people that have stopped by with actual Banjo Kazooie usernames on Twitch.
Yeah, that's crazy.
There's some dedicated fans out there.
We appreciate y'all being here too.
We do. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for spending Sunday night with us. Dad Bowser is best Bowser. I can't tell if Stopak is saying that Russian boys are a good thing or not. Oh, there's a correction. There's a heart. It was missing the 3 with an E instead. So it is. Russian boys are a good thing.
My younger sister actually lives in Russia.
She is living in Samara, Russia.
Yeah, she spent the last year and a half there.
She'll be moving back home pretty soon here. We're excited to have her back in Salt Lake with us again.
She now speaks like fluent Russian.
It's crazy.
It's really nuts.
It's super crazy to talk to her. Stopak is asking what color our eyes are.
Let's see. Mine are a little gray.
Up close and personal.
Gray. There you are.
Mine are a really deep brown. They, with the contacts that I wear, almost look like they're black. They're just really dark.
Smith has some dark eyes.
They're good for the sun. I have built-in sunglasses, guys.
Yeah, there you go.
There's actual like science behind that too. People with darker eyes are like genetically predisposed to do better in like warm environments, sunny environments.
Oh yeah?
Mm-hmm. People with lighter skin and lighter eyes have a hard time in those environments, and they typically lived where it was cold.
True.
So
that makes sense.
Interesting stuff. There's some facts for you. Non-Banjo Kazooie facts.
Yeah, we're learning lots tonight.
Jay Salvation chimes in, mine are brown. I care. He says, but who cares? We'll do hashtag Team Brown Eyes. Traden points out if you're having issues with the camera, hold R while walking around. The camera will always move and stay directly behind Banjo if you do that.
I'm trying that a little bit. It seems to do okay at times. So tricky. We still have a couple more genies to get. And we have like 74 of them. See what it says.
Yes, brown, like kind of a deep brown, and you call your eyes gray. They've got a little bit of blue in them. They've got a little bit of blue and a little bit of green too. That kind of depends. Your eyes change colors a little bit here and there, but
I guess it depends on like the...
Yeah, it brings out different colors. But I always would say that your eyes are just like a really light, kind of a gray blue.
My driver's license, I've got them listed.
I didn't know that was an eye color until I saw your driver's license.
Yeah, isn't that weird?
It's like an officially recognized eye color.
I didn't know if it would be, so I just put it and accepted it.
Yeah. Apples Dos Apple says, woot woot, you have to wear them during the broadcast, speaking of our wigs.
Oh, okay.
The wigs that are now being funded.
Awesome.
We'll dedefinitely do that. Apples Dos Apples also says, I can only say one thing in Russian. Forbidden desire.
Oh,
that's saucy.
that's a good thing to know.
That is. Ooh. Sorry, Banjo.
I think the only word I know in Russian is the word "bistra." It's like hurry up.
You know sestra as well,
Oh, yeah,
because sister. Sestra.
You guys seen Orphan Black?
Oh, I love that show.
It's produced by BBC America, and the idea behind the show is that there's this girl who realizes that there are clones of her.
She's got all of these clones that she...
And so it's the
is
same
finding and
actress
running
that
into.
plays all the different clones, and all of them have these really different personalities.
You'd never know. She's phenomenal. Like,
She's really great.
one of the greatest like character actresses I think I've ever seen. She's totally different with all of her characters. Like the way she looks and talks and acts. Like it's amazing.
The
She does
actress's
such a
name
good
is
job.
Tatiana Maslany, but one of the characters that she does is like this Russian girl, and they call her Sestra.
Sistra.
So
She's the Sistra.
that's what I call my little sister, is Sestra,
Sistra.
because she
lives
speaks
in
Russian.
Russia.
And she lives my little Sestra.
Jay Salvation says, I can only say da and yet in Russian. That sounds Russian to me.
Yes and no.
Traden is waiting for someone in this chat to do something with the hashtag Banjo sex appeal. I know it's coming sooner or later. Might as well be ready for it. Traden's gonna make sure that hashtag stays alive forever and ever. Whoa, did you see what that Jinjo did to us? Or did you press the fly
I
button?
pushed the
Okay, I thought that it took us higher.
Where's the last G? Yellow.
Apples Dos Apples can also say, love me in the French fashion in Russian.
Oh.
You know all of the sauciest phrases. I love the word saucy. 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 Very Shakespeare. All of the sexy talk.
I need to learn more Russian. Surprise my situation.
That would be cool. Yayap52 asks if we're going to be playing the others in this series.
Yeah, we probably will be. At the end of every broadcast, at the end of every game that we stream, we put it to a poll to our viewers to see what the next game we're going to be playing. So last time we played Mother 3, which is the sequel that we found, and we put it to poll, and this was one of our options.
This was the one that won.
Chosen, so.
Much to my great happiness.
Shoot.
Oh, the shark. Oh, the shark. Thank goodness he's kind of hung up back there.
But we'll put Banjo Kazooie up there as well as soon as we finish this game, so that everybody who wants it voice their opinion.
Xenonic says, Traden, I am tweeting the hashtag Banjo Sex Appeal.
Oh, good.
It's gonna be a thing. We're gonna know who the loyal followers on Twitter are. And Shasta just beat Metroid. That was quick. I don't know how long you've been playing, but
Holy cow.
that's awesome.
Well, if he loves it with all his heart and a little bit of his penis, he probably knows the game back and forth, I'd imagine.
Such an awkward phrase, Shasta, and I love it. Jay Salvation likes the sauce. Traden says that some art is going to happen at some point, whether he makes it or not.
For Banjo Sex Appeal?
For the hashtag Banjo Sex Appeal.
We could work on it. Does anybody know how to drain this lake right here?
This
where
little
we
pond?
Are? Yeah, there's this pond right
I know,
here.
I remember as a kid doing that, and that you can like explore the building down underneath once you do.
Let's see, let's kill this guy.
Xenonic says, I can't draw or I'd do it. I'm in the same boat as you. I'm not much of an artist in that way.
Maybe we can draw it.
Tweed hair is pretty good with a lot of that kind of stuff. But yeah, to like fully answer your question, yeah, at 52, we would love to play Banjo Tooie after this.
But
In
not
fact,
Banjo
I've been told, and I've been told mixed things by lots of different people. But I've been told that some prefer Banjo Tooie even over this game. I don't know if it's just one of those like which one you played first, but I think they're probably both pretty great. Xenonic says there's a toilet thing on the ridge, fill it with eggs,
I just saw that.
and that should drain the water.
We just have to make our way over there.
Yep.
Going to find.
Jay's changing the hashtag to hashtag Banjo Sauce Appeal.
Okay.
I like that.
We could do that one too.
Stopak's restarting the computer. His Cintiq is demanding, so he'll be right back.
Sweet. Too sweet.
We had a chance to check out some of Stopak's art this week. If you haven't seen his channel, he's incredibly talented. He really does some good stuff. Yayup52, thanks for the follow.
Oh, thanks for following us. Have a jiggy.
Have a jiggy. Have a jiggy, will ya?
Yeah, but Stopak is like extremely
Incredibly
talented.
talented.
Just does the most amazing art.
It's amazing how many talented people we've met here on Twitch. We've been streaming now, and this is our 5th week, and we've just had so many like cool friends that we've made that just do really great stuff.
Be leaky. Oh, good for water. They're a block hole with pebble.
Apples Dos Apples says, I will vote against Tooie, no offense.
Okay.
He's Banjo Kazooie, the original loyal.
You were saying we had to block something with a pebble? Okay. So, we have to block this down.
What was it that he told us?
Said that we had to block something.
There's a drain? I think there's a hole in his bucket.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, we have to block the hole in his bucket so that he can fill. We're running low on life, buddy. There we go. Surface. Bear husbandry, I missed part of the chat there for a second. Apparently, we're talking about bear husbandry now.
Are we?
Traden says, I'll back away and be a terrible person elsewhere with a cat. And Apples Dos Apples is speaking French. Je voudrais... I don't know how to pronounce French at all. Un jiggy, s'il vous plaît.
Give him eggs.
Voudrais? I don't know. I would like a jiggy, please. I would imagine that's what that says. Chesta says, punch it.
Got to get him egg.
Yeah, Xenonix is saying, give him eggs, Tweed. And Chesta says, LOL. LOL. Eggs, eggs, eggs. Yayap says, well, Salvation said he wants that banjo sauce. Oh boy.
He patched up. Now empty water for bear.
It appears that J Salvation is also speaking French and has shared a Jiggy.
Oh.
I just clicked on the link. It's a nice high-res Jiggy too. You can hang that on your wall.
We were trying to find
And Apples Does Apples says something along the lines of, my Jiggy is the most beautiful. I love my Jiggy. I don't speak French at all. I'm using the Spanish that I know and a little bit of like the Latin roots that go with it to kind of try to interpret what you're saying.
We speak Spanish and Portuguese, but no French yet.
No French.
We'll
Trade says, by the end of the stream, everyone will be a furry. Hashtag confirmed.
No,
Uh-oh.
not for me. There were a bunch of furries that would play Dance Dance Revolution with.
J Salvation's given us the breakdown of the pronunciation. Je voudrais un Jiggy, s'il vous plaît.
Voudrais. Did I just laugh?
Traden's playing some freeze pop.
What's freeze pop?
French music? Is that what it is?
Oh. Joke.
Awesome. I don't know what that means. Apples Does Apples. Banjo's hard to do. That's one that I'm having a hard time interpreting with the other language that I know. I'm gonna take it as something nice and flattering, whether it is or not.
Oh, that guy looks really evil. Dude, down.
Jiggy is a language? Some ice cold beats. That's what freeze pop is. Another Jiggy.
Alright.
It appears we put J Salvation to sleep. He's snoring.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
There's no sleepy.
We'll try to be a little more exciting.
We have 7 out of the 10. Still haven't got those 5 guys right up here.
Yeah, we have 0 of the 2. I don't even know that I've seen one so far.
I haven't seen one either.
They've got to be
We've
hidden
got
somewhere.
87 of the 100 nodes.
I'm gonna get out my Google Translate here. When all else fails, Google Translate.
Yeah.
Oh, J Salvation says, no, the Z's were because he kept going for the O's instead of the Z. This is the letters we were picking. Yaya52 says that he actually 100%ed this game, like totally complete. That's crazy. That's way cool. Completeness. I don't think we're gonna get anywhere near completeness in our playthrough of it, but we've already kind of failed on the music note front on one level. We got 94 of the 100.
We'll go back. It's not super important to get all 100%, but I think we have to like several. Like,
to be able to unlock some of the doors, right? Stopak's back. He can draw again.
Sweet.
It's great.
You guys should check out his artwork. It's
You really
just
should.
Amazing.
His channel's awesome. We watched some of the different videos that are there the other night, and Stopak has some serious talent. Drayden says we need more of an angry dynamic. Yell at each other and playful manners while taking out your rage on the game. We haven't had to get too angry yet.
We get along pretty well. see if something.
Banjo Kazooie causes us to fight, right?
Okay.
Jay Salvation says you're gonna defeat Grunty or something. That's its own sort of completeness. Stopak says, "Oh my, you little spies." We were interested to see what you did. You had all of those cool emotes that you put up.
Yeah, you showed us, and you said that you streamed as well.
So we had to check your channel out. You do some great stuff. We haven't checked it out tonight, if that's what you're referring to. It was a couple of nights ago. We're not spying on you at the moment. If you're streaming, I don't know if you're streaming or not right now. That would be some serious multitasking. All right, I'm finding my Google Translate. I got sidetracked there for a second. Let's see.
We've done most of this. I find that yellow Jinjo.
Jinjo.
See, I was tuning to some of the other streams of Banjo Kazooie, and some of them like race through the game in like 4 hours with their speedruns. We're definitely not speedrunning, but it's just amazing. I tuned in for the first couple minutes until they got to the part where we were at and stuff.
The French from a minute ago said it translated really roughly.
Big Daddy Shasta,
what?
Thanks so much for donating.
Thank you. I just wanted to see the animation. Haha, keep it up, guys. It is a pretty sweet animation. We, Tweed spent several hours this week working on figuring out what we were going to do up there, and spent a lot of work with a couple of different things that we didn't end up using that turned out really awesome too. But I like what we landed on.
We want to try to make sure that the channel matches the MLK. So for all the different things that you see on screen, like the text in the corners and stuff, it's the same exact font.
Just want to try to make it all fit together as much as possible anyway.
And so we tried to find a good animation for the donation. Couldn't find one, so I ended up working on doing like a video capture of the game, and then I turned that into a GIF. And
he went through painstakingly every frame and cut out the background.
And then we didn't end up using it.
It turned out really nice too. It looks great, but we came across this like kind of pixel art one that you just saw a second ago, and ended up liking it better, and the decision was made. So
I don't know. Maybe we'll go back to the other one.
We'll see. We might interchange them a little bit. There are a couple of different things we could use.
We were listening to the soundtrack as well, and there was that 8-bit version song. And so
Yep.
Decided to put those.
So I translated the French that was on screen a minute ago. The rough translation is Smith Misfortune. He is mean.
Oh.
Apparently I'm mean. I'll try to be nicer.
Luke can be mean in his own. Likes to push my button.
It's playful mean. It's never mean mean.
Yeah.
His version of mean is when I give him more ice cream than I eat.
Oh, he dishes out ice cream, and we're trying to like watch our weight and make sure that we go to the gym and stuff, eat better, and he dishes out like 3 times the amount of ice cream that he takes for himself, and it's
so
just like,
mean.
It is rude. So mean.
I've missed more of the chat, but apparently Shasta SC says, I feel like this is the squabble the chat wanted. The other thing that drives you crazy is when I intentionally like goof up my Spanish.
No, we both speak Spanish, and so I'm a Spanish teacher, and when he is trying to drive me crazy, uses really bad Spanish.
It's so
and it
much
drives
fun.
me nuts. Don't know where.
The worst accent possible. And the worst grammar and conjugation.
American accent with the worst possible grammar possible.
Yep. Apples Dos Apples says the better translation is woe unto Smith, he is a wicket.
Oh.
Wicked. Not a wicket, but wicked.
I was gonna say, how do you say that in French?
It'd be quite the translation. At Trading Dream Stream. Hashtag Dream Stream. Well, Jay and Apples Dos, or Jay Salvation and Apples Dos Apples are just going back and forth in their French right now.
And I feel left out.
Me too. Yeah, yep, 52 points out Spanglish. Spanglish is exactly what it is.
So much.
Yep.
Got all the notes here. Where's that yellow Jinjo?
Machine Gun Laughter loves bad Spanish as well. At least I have someone on my side here.
I hate it. I hate it so bad.
Justice says Dreamstream sounds like an anime special movie, or an anime special move. Dreamstream sounds like the sequel to Free. Shasta says, ellos son bien cools. I like it. Somos bien cools.
I feel like the yellow one is like down here somewhere.
Traden says, I think I accidentally tuned into Univision. Univision with some French going on in the chat.
Yeah, Univision.
Some Frenchlish. A little bit of everything going on. Bad pronunciation is super fun in general. Oh, right into the water. Oh, I hate it when that happens. I feel like this level in particular, I have memories of that exact type of thing that just happening as a kid. And just being totally blind to what was going on. I feel like at one point, and I don't know if this is an actual memory or something that my brain made up, but I feel like at one point I actually like got stuck somewhere and the shark killed me. Just wasn't able to get the camera back. Come on. Apples Dos Apples says, how do you think we feel when you speak Spanish?
I guess so.
It's true. We'll try not to do that.
I'm trying to keep everybody.
Back when we were talking about whether or not we wanted to stream and what to stream and all of those things, Shasta happens to be one of our good friends in real life, and his suggestion was that we do a Spanish stream. There aren't very many of them out there. Like, Twitch is largely dominated by English-speaking streams, but
when there is a stream in another language, it seems to get a bunch of attention.
Draws a ton of attention. And so we thought for a while that we might make a Spanish stream. I think at this point we've found our home speaking English, but that was lucky. We almost fell off the edge there.
I know. That's crazy. Apples Dos Apples, are you saying au revoir? I appreciate you being here tonight. If you're leaving.
If you're leaving, thanks for tuning in. If you're sticking around, thanks for tuning in. Same thing either way, I guess.
Let's see.
I think Traden is quoting something profound here. He says he's leaving us with two thoughts, because he's gonna go get some food. Two very important thoughts. You must never leave your mind for fear of losing the world to the darkness and the abyss. Very, very deep, very profound. Thank goodness that shark gets stuck there on the other side of the crate.
You stay over there.
And yes, he's leaving us two of his hashtags again. Hashtag Banjo Sex Appeal and hashtag Mr. Saturn for President.
There you go. Well, we'll see you next time.
Apples Dos Apples is sticking around. He was just kidding.
when you get back. Anybody know where this yellow Jinjo is? Just like in plain sight.
What is it that we're looking for?
I want to get that yellow Jinjo.
He wasn't the one that was up at the top of the tree by the lighthouse. We got that one.
No, we need the pink Jinjo.
The pink Jinjo.
Yeah, the pink
I love
Jinjo.
how glitchy this screen is.
Yeah, this emulator doesn't do a great job.
This happened when we were playing Super Mario Party or whatever it's called. The N64 one.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Same thing, we had weird colors going on.
I guess it's game over for the stream.
Machine Gun Laughter has a question that needs a serious answer. What's your question?
Ask away.
Ask away. Apples says, speak Spanish all you want. I did say I want this to be educational. My only request is that you make it kind of Dora the Explorer format. Casa, that's Spanish for house. Say it with me. Casa.
Good.
Good job. Now
Good
you
job.
say it. Oh, that show drove me crazy. I have a younger sister that's 10 years younger than me, so there's a pretty big age gap. And she was old enough to be like the right age group for Dora when it made its debut on the airwaves. And my goodness, that show. I don't know if it's gotten better now. I feel like it probably has, but those first episodes were just rough.
Oh, we've got our question.
Kids loved it though. Well, our question, let's see. What's your favorite color? Blue. Definitely blue.
Blue?
Yeah, and various shades too. Like I like blue, like royal blue, but I think like if I had to choose the shade of blue, it'd probably be navy blue. That's the one that I'd be after.
I want to take a look at this comment. It says if you lower the background music, you'll be able to really...
The Jinjo?
I don't know if we can hear it. Change it from here.
I don't know that these games had that type of like setup menu, do they? Tell us a little more about what you mean. I'm not sure. Is the music too loud? If that's the case, we can certainly lower that.
I think he means that if we turn it down like from the menu, the main menu will be able to hear the Jinjo.
Yeah, Jay, the emulator is pretty good for the most part, but there are some weird things like that. I don't know if it's a certain file type that it doesn't like, or what. You'll notice when we do enter a new level that all of the gold puzzle pieces that should come together are missing as well. You can only see the outlines of them. There are a few weird little glitchy things like that come up. But to answer your question, Machine Gun, I'm gonna say navy blue is probably my favorite color. I like red a lot too, but navy blue is what I'm gonna say.
I really like green, but like also really like purple shirts. Hey, there's the Jinjo.
Purple shirts?
Yeah, like as a color to wear, I really like purple.
Yeah, purple is a fun color. Jay Salvation prefers the color green, I would imagine that's what that is. It just sounds like a racist word for some reason. It totally does. It doesn't sound like it's racist, but it sounds like it's like a slam for like red-haired people, like gingers. Jinjo!
Jinjo!
I thought the same thing. Jay Salvation says, yeah, because it's really similar to ginger.
Okay, what else do we have in this level? We've got a couple more notes left. We have 94 out of... That would probably be the last Jiggy as well.
Machine Gun Laughter is also asking if we could explain the different kinds of Spanish. You mean like the different accents or dialects that are used around the world? I assume that's what you mean.
That's one difference. So there are different territories, of course. Spain speaks a little different from Spanish. We've got a little bit different vocabulary primarily. The grammar is very similar, but they do have one extra way they speak.
Empty Zombie Killer has chimed in and says the Cholos and the family people are the Puerto Ricans.
Yeah, there you go. Welcome, Empty Zombie Killer.
Yeah, thanks for chiming in.
you chimed in at the perfect time.
There's a lot of differences, I think, in the types of Spanish that you'll see spoken around the world, and every country thinks that they're the ones that do it right.
Yeah, that's one thing that's definitely for sure.
It's really kind of funny. All of them are very, very prideful about the type of Spanish that they speak. And so the Spanish that both of us speak is a pretty universal Spanish. We learned, I think, predominantly with people from Mexico. But like in my case, I can say like I learned from people from Argentina and Colombia and Chile. I've learned from people that live in Spain. Like I've had a bunch of different types of Spanish teachers and friends. And so I feel like we speak a fairly universal version of Spanish, but you can get really specific. For a couple of years, I did a dual immersion Spanish program, which in our state is a program that you apply for your children when they're in elementary school. And they start when they're in first grade, and they do first grade through sixth grade with half days in a foreign language, whether it's Chinese or Spanish, or they have a French program now. But they take several of their state subjects, the things that they're going to be tested in, and they go into a classroom with a teacher that speaks only that language. So in our case, we weren't allowed to speak English to the kids. We had to teach them math and art and language, which is like reading. And so with all of those, they progressed their way through, and in that particular program, we had to use an Argentine Spanish, and so the accent and the words and like the phrase structuring and things that we used was all geared around fitting in with that type of Spanish and the different curriculum along with it. I liked it. Like I think it's a pretty version of Spanish. The funny thing is that it changed the way that I talked pretty permanently. I haven't been able to stop talking that way in some ways, and so
I want to stop and say thanks to Empty Zombie Killer for hosting us.
Oh wow, that's awesome. Thank you.
What a host is when people go to his channel, it will show our broadcast. So thank you so much.
That's really, really nice of you. We appreciate that a lot.
You're our very first. This is the very first time we've been hosted. So
yeah,
thank you so much. That's
super cool of you. Thank you. Machine Gun Laughter says, thank the conquistadores. Yeah, they're the ones that spread Spanish to the world. That's why so many countries speak Spanish. Yayap is asking, how come Banjo wears pants but no shirt?
There was actually, here's a cool little tidbit that I learned. They were changing different dynamics in the game for like health, and so right now in the final version of the game there's these little honeycombs that tell you how many health points you have. But what they were playing with was Banjo would have different amounts of clothing, so you would have a hat, you would have shoes, and when you would lose a life point, you'd lose an article of clothing. And so you may have had like a shirt at one point. He definitely had shoes and pants and a hat.
But he lost them, huh?
Yeah, and they changed that mechanic, of course. At one point, I imagine he had more clothing. It's just
probably a fully
kind of a
dressable
risque
bear,
idea for a Nintendo game.
To have him lose clothes as he...
Yeah,
it's like strip poker.
Yeah, it's like strip poker or something. Something bizarre like that.
Oh, we've got a new hashtag. Hashtag Banjo is too cool for shirts. Empty Zombie Killer says, because of feminism. Xenonix is pointing out that the pillars, over by the pillars with the spring pads, is our last Jiggy. The one that
we got that actually. Thank you for pointing it out. But we got it as well.
We got it when we were over there getting the Jinjo?
Yeah, so, or the last Jiggy is over there. Okay. Yeah, we got the last Jinjo.
The last Jiggy is over there.
So
I was going to say, I don't remember seeing that, but I may not have been looking. The last Jiggy is over by those same spring pads, apparently.
Okay, we'll go take a look. We just got all 100 nodes, so... Apart from the ooh, honey. We come back with.
There we go.
So he gets naked. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, bears normally are naked, so...
It's true. It's actually abnormal that he's wearing clothes at all, so think about it that way. He's not necessarily missing a shirt, he just has pants for some reason. Xenonic says it's on the wall. You didn't get it the last time or tonight. We missed it both times.
So let's get it right now.
We'll go over and get it.
To a new, so over here on the wall.
J Salvation's pointing out that all Donkey Kong uses is a necktie.
How risque.
How risque of him. Boing.
Oh my gosh, that worked.
And then you died.
Maybe it'd be better to find the flying platform.
We could just fly, yeah, that would work. We can get over this far. Machine Gun asks if Brazilians speak Spanish. Some of them do. It's not the most prominent language in the country. Portuguese is what most people in Brazil speak. But there are definitely a lot of Brazilians who do speak Spanish. The languages are so similar that it's very easy to learn one or the other if you've got one down. So it's funny to me Portuguese, at least initially, and I guess it still kind of does. It sounds like Spanish with a mouthful of marbles.
Yeah, if you put a bunch of gum in your mouth and try to speak Spanish.
There you go.
It's a little different.
If you speak Chilean Spanish, you just gotta put some peanut butter on the roof of your mouth and you've got that. If you're gonna speak like actual like Spain Spanish from Spain, you just gotta talk really, really fast and eat a lot of your words. And then you've got theirs down. They have the accent that they do, the theta, which affects just certain types of the S sound in other dialects of Spanish.
You know, parts of their sounds, not every S, but...
It's not every S. There are a lot of them. In fact, you'll hear those sounds combined, like even in certain words. You'll hear them say something like hacemos.
Zapatos.
Or zapatos. But yeah, Machine Gun says I was wondering why it sounded so different. It's funny because they, especially if you are learning one or the other languages, it can just sound like Spanish that you don't know or Portuguese that you don't know, because they really do sound super similar. They're very, very much so alike. Yeah, I'm looking at it. Most animals. Oh, it's a totally naked bear. It's been shaved. That's really terrifying.
Oh my gosh.
Look at it.
Bizarre.
Looks like something from a nightmare. Xenonic says that sound means that we've gotten all of the jiggies in a level, the one that we heard a second ago.
Sweet. Well, let's move to the next level.
It's time to move forward. Onward and upward.
What do we got in here?
Google Images loves when I drag pictures to Twitch. That's like a wall of text for the link.
Gigantic link.
What about the witch switch? Did we not
We
get
got
the witch switch?
Yeah, we got the witch switch
Okay.
as well.
Shaved anything is pretty horrifying. Like animals that you're used to seeing with fur, without their fur, is just you don't see how wrinkly and weird they look with all of that fur. Stopek says shaved bears are nightmare fuel.
They kind of look like those hairless cats.
They do. Cats without hair are also like super creepy looking. I remember this area.
Look where we are. The giant.
There's a giant Grantilda. Grunty's hand whoops your butt, you'll hardly stand. Grunty, not in public. J Salvation's posted a link to a gallery. Machine Gun Laughter says, shaved anything, huh? I corrected it. Shaved anything that you're not used to seeing shaved. Sometimes some things that you are used to seeing shaved look pretty crazy unshaven.
The next level in the sewer here? It is.
Yeah, it says the weird Egyptian kind of cats. Those are the ones.
Yep.
The ones that look all skinny and weird, like their skin's melting off of them. Yeah. There you go. That imager link is of the same one from Google. It looks like the hairless bear. Yeah, when you're in these up against these walls, it just doesn't doesn't want to go anywhere, does it? Apples, Dos Apples is pointing out that Grunty is somewhat slutty. Well, her whole mission here is to be like sexy again, so I guess it makes sense. Hashtag Grunty the slutty witch.
Yeah, if you get a game over, you see she like is wearing like skimpier clothes. She's skinny and hot.
Oh gosh. The sexy Grunty. Sexy Gruntilda. Well, that was a clever way to stay up, not falling out.
By accident.
Learning by accident. My name's Glinda.
Grunty wears massive bloomers over that dress.
Yeah, we talked to her about that. I remember that.
Oh
Oh
my goodness.
Oh.
Okay, we're good.
What does that even open? Do we know?
We may have already opened it.
It didn't cut to a little movie thing anymore. Oh. That was painful. Yeah, we did open it. It was that thing down there.
Maybe this leads us to the...
Hailing from Worcestershire? Worcestershire. Hailing from Worcestershire Forest, Grunty the Slutty. Empty Zombie Killer says, oh look, my best friend's mom in Banjo Kazooie.
So we already filled. Is the... where's the entrance?
Don't you just stand on the little magic key?
It opens somewhere.
Oh, that's right. That's the one that opened up the little door to the shack, huh?
No, somewhere nearby.
Apples Dos Apples is having a hard time imagining that Grunty was ever sexy. But Jay says she will be. Jay Salvation says she will be if the plan succeeds. Now that girl is hot. Yeah, 52 says, go to the internet, type in Grunty Rule 34.
No, don't do that.
What is it? I don't know what that is, I guess.
Rule 34 is like an idea that there is pornography for anything.
Oh, no.
So you say, well, there's Rule 34, like there's pornography for anything.
Yikes.
Yeah, don't do that. We try to have a pretty family-friendly stream.
We've already slammed that little switch too, haven't we?
Yeah, I think maybe the level's over here then. Yeah, it's over here. You guys should notice that we're falling a lot less than we were before because we're using a PS4 controller this time.
We decided to switch controllers.
We were using a Wii U Pro controller.
Over Bluetooth last time.
Yeah, over Bluetooth. This one's wired, and there's no latency.
Yeah, it's much better. It's the one we move, but find this time something I didn't read. Apples Dos Apples points out that Grunty's talking about butts quite a lot.
That's true.
Stopak chimes in immediately after some prolonged silence. Butts where? Machine Gun says blasphemy. Ooh, a gold feather.
What's the gold feather?
So we'll have to get over there to see. Ay, ay, ay.
Go under the sledge. Oh my goodness.
I should have warned you about that. I remember that guy. I didn't remember that that's where he
Monsters
was.
living in the sewers. We have like...
I don't know if you can go that way. Can you go that way?
Probably. Probably need to wait for it to stop this thing and then we'll...
Run! way low. It's one hit from that guy. Gold feather.
So what's this gold feather? Lucky you. I'm an invulnerability feather. Models will tell you more.
Alright, neat. I think Spaghetti is back. Says,
Hey.
oh yay, I almost forgot you guys were playing tonight.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in. Empty Zombie Killer says, guess we have to get over there to see. Falls 50 feet off cliff and lives.
Yeah, I've almost died.
That's pretty much how it happened. Pretty much exactly how it happened. Oh!
Hey, I fell like 12 feet this time and I died.
Fell 12 feet to your death.
I also said fall.
And you said fall. Thanks, Spaghetti. You haven't missed a whole lot. We did finish the beach level that we ended on last time. I guess we didn't end there last time. We ended in the termite mound. But the one with the pirate's booty, what's it called?
Treasure trove.
Treasure trove. Something. That's the one. We just finished with that. We got all 10 puzzle pieces and we rescued all 5 Jinjos and...
We got all 100 music notes.
Oh yeah, we got all 100 music notes, so we went for a little more complete run at that particular level, and now we're trying to make our way through to the next. We've opened up the swamp, and we're trying to get there. Yeah, very carefully walking. Okay.
Jinjo.
Jinjo!
Is this the level?
I don't think that this is a level.
Well, we've got like Jinjos and we've got...
That's true. I feel like this is just another training ground, like the sewer between or something.
There's all the music notes as well.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I don't know. Ay, ay, ay.
I
Ay, ay, ay.
Ay.
Ay, ay, ay.
The little droid from Powers.
Yep. Whatever his name was. He had a name. And I used to know it. He was Megazord's...
I think
No, he
Trayden-
wasn't Megazord's.
Trayden should
Trayden would be our Power Ranger specialist. Ninja, wee! Yeah, yeah, 52 confirms, yeah, it's a level. Or not, it's a level.
Just nah. It's.
I'm really confused.
So this it looks like a wide open area. Like
It does, it seems like an in-between area.
this water's like disgusting.
It is, I can't believe we're swimming here. We're gonna smell so bad.
We went to some hot spring months ago. In fact, it was like freezing cold. So it was probably.
It was like at the start of summer, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was right at the start.
It wasn't super cold, but it was cold.
I remember it being colder than. But we smelled like sulfur.
Yeah, they were natural hot springs that are some of the hot springs that we have here in Utah, and we went up with some friends to do some stargazing. It was a meteor shower. So we were out there in like the middle of the night trying to find our way around, and it was cold when we got out. I do remember it being really cold.
Oh my gosh.
That's Clinker. We found Clinker already.
Which is great. Like dirt, water.
Clinker wants fresh water. He's sad down here.
Great to talk. Nice.
Xenonex points out that Jinjos and notes only appear in levels.
Yeah.
Yayap52 says it's a level. There's 10 Jiggies and 5 Jinjos and 100 notes.
Like the rest of the others.
I guess this is the Clinker level. I didn't realize it though. J Salvation says you didn't worry about smelling bad in the chapter where you had those purple shrooms. In our last game in Mother 3, we had to go underwater from the mainland of Tasmili. And when we got to the other side, we were in really sad shape, and we ate some purple mushrooms that were growing and began to hallucinate for pretty much that whole chapter of the game.
It was so great.
At one point, we thought that in that game there's hot springs that you use to rejuvenate, your like all of your different stats. And we thought that we were bathing in a hot spring, but everything that we were seeing wasn't what it appeared. And we found out later that it was like a garbage pit full of sludge.
That game has a lot of class.
It's got a lot of just really crazy, funny things like that they throw in. Different for a Game Boy Advance game for sure. Apples Dos Apples says, Smith or Tweed, tell us something amazing about yourselves.
Something amazing.
I don't know what's amazing about us.
Well, something that is a little unique is we're a gay couple here in Utah. In Utah, it's a very
Conservative culture.
It's a very conservative culture. And we both come from and so we actually met down at BYU, which is kind of a school full of
it's a private school. It was where I was attending at the time.
So it was kind of your stereotypical Mormon school. Although we met there and we ended up getting married. Bizarre. So that's something a little unique about ourselves that is different from, I guess, the norm.
Yeah, I guess so.
Or at least the Utah norm.
Well, it's different from the norm everywhere, but it's different from the norm here especially.
Other things interesting. I don't know.
We used to play DDR competitively.
Yes, I used to play Dance Dance Revolution and would compete in like national tournaments when a teenager. So it's been several years since.
He still plays.
But I play.
Don't pretend you don't.
I mean,
You still do.
I don't play like 6 hours a day like I used to.
No, he plays every couple of months for 4 or 5 minutes, and that's about it. So
I wouldn't
when we're at an arcade. Machine Gun Laughter says, any pushback? Probably in reference to
the Dance Dance Revolution.
Yes.
Major pushback.
Well, there's been some pushback to like from our families and things that way for a while. We've been together for 3 years now almost, and I think that they've gotten used to the idea, and so things are a lot better than they were. But there's definitely been some pushback from our state. It was funny this last year when all of the different states started to have their federal judges ruling the way that they did that marriage bans were unconstitutional. Ours was actually the first of all of those, and so it kind of started the chain reaction.
Let's see. Stopak asks how old we are. I am 28.
And I'm 26. I always forget.
Remember, yeah.
I always forget how old I am. That once you get past like those milestone birthdays, it's. For a while there, I thought I was 23 every year. And now I think I'm 25 all the time.
Yeah, I won a bit of money in some
competitions normally have buy-ins, don't they?
There are buy-ins and there's different prizes that you win. The big national tournament that I went to ended up winning about $1,000. So
it's a little bit.
It was definitely fun.
It's not like those crazy like Dota people that are winning like $1 million.
Yeah, it's not like StarCraft tournaments.
Those great big ones. Boy, they really want to lure us in to get that.
I want to get those
feathers.
Golden feathers. Really want those. Have you ever seen RWBY?
Is it
or
Ruby?
Moonstruck?
I don't know what either of those are. Are they comics?
Yogamesh, thanks for joining us. I think you popped in and you're leaving. Hey guys. Oh no, you're here.
You're here.
Welcome to the chat. An empty zombie killer. We're grateful that you joined us. Come back another time.
Spec says I'm right between you guys. I'm 27.
Cool.
And Apples Dos Apples says Tweet is a cradle robber.
You're not 23, you're 26.
I'm 26. Just to make sure that was clear, I'm not 23. When we met, I was 23.
But I was also like...
That's true. I keep teasing him about how old he's getting.
Yeah, that's another reason.
I'm not. I don't age.
You're just a little princess.
I'm 23 forever. Stopak says, I keep getting mistaken for a 16 or 18-year-old. That's not a bad problem to have. I mean, I guess if you're wanting to look older, it could be, but looking young is a good thing.
There's these corridors.
Machine Gun's asking a DDR question. What was your favorite song to play?
Oh man, there are so many different ones. Oh shoot, air here.
Ooh, a puzzle piece.
Come on, sweet
Come on,
mechanic.
don't die.
I really liked playing Cartoon Heroes on Dance Dance Revolution Extreme. I really like 3, 2, 1. Shoot, what's the... I liked some of the really hard songs like Max 300 and Legend of Max. And I don't know. I ended up playing more In the Groove, which was kind of a copy of Dance Dance Revolution.
Yeah, that one seems to be a little more popular here anyway.
I don't know, I played a little bit more of that recently.
Yeah, 52 says the first one was a web series, the second is a web comic. And Rara says 23 is hardly grave robbery.
Yeah, that's not really good.
No.
Anonix says he's about to turn.
I remember turning 25 last year. No, that's not the end of the comment. I remember turning 25 and feeling like, wow, like I'm a quarter of a century old. Gosh.
And then
But it's not
when I
that
turned
bad.
25, he's like, man.
You're really old. We'll do that with 30 here soon, I guess. A couple years.
I'll be 29 December. So I'm sure that
Ruby and Homestruck have a following. Crude animation that looks like it's made with Miku Miku Dance. And pre-made 3D models. Interesting. Volume 2 apparently was improved upon.
we'll have to take a look at him after that.
Yeah, we'll have to see what that's all about. J Salvation says Banjo is feeling short of breath. Is the one that you were talking about the one with 5 steps? Machine Gun Laughter says that's the one with 5 steps. Yeah.
No, that's Pump It Up. So In the Groove was ran actually on Dance Dance Machine.
Use the same dance pad,
the
right?
exact same dance pad. You would basically get the hardware and it was it had a higher difficulty level, so people would be like holding onto the bar behind it for balance.
Yeah, they rest on those a lot.
I'd like to do a stream with it sometime in the future.
It'd be tricky to stream, I think,
Yeah.
because they're just short little songs. Like we did a competition. We went to one that you were in that was streamed on Twitch.
Yeah.
A couple of years ago. It's kind of fun that way for competitions and things, I think. It's not much of one that you would tune in and watch for several hours, though, just one person playing.
What did Gilgamesh say? I was
see.
watching your first episode of this 2-player playthrough. I noticed it took a while for...
Took a while swimming to get through the honeycomb. In that cave under the spiraling hill, if you just tap A instead of holding it, you get a slower paced swim.
Oh, cool.
Helps you go more precision in where you want to go.
Awesome.
It's a great tip. I appreciate that. We appreciate that.
Yeah, we...
The swimming is really hard in this game.
Maybe with
That'll make it easier.
tapping, it's...
Yeah, that's right. I do remember this because there's a portion of this coming up where we do have to be pretty precision about how we're swimming, and so that's actually a really good thing to point out. I'm glad you have.
Thanks for watching our stream and coming back, too.
Apples Dos Apples says, I've actually started to think I may kidnap somebody's younger sister so I can be sexier again. You and Gruntilda can be best of friends.
Well, you have to set up a bunch of levels so that there's a fallback.
So there's just in case the person wants to fight for their sister, they can go through your lair. Thanks. Spaghetti says, WTF?
You have to be a witch in order to...
Yep. As long as you're okay with being a witch. Daynonix says that he's game to join. Let's get at it. Apples is grunty confirmed.
Okay.
Yeah, I have 52. Apples just Apple says, excellent. Tweeter Smith, you don't happen to have a younger sister, do you? Just wondering.
Well, we both do.
Yep.
Have one little health left.
We need some honeycomb. Think Spaghetti says, oh man, I want to watch Hocus Pocus now that we're talking about witches. I have been thinking that literally all day today. I've been wanting to watch Hocus Pocus.
All day?
Yeah, I took a nap instead. Oh, it got cold here in Salt Lake this last couple of days, just for whatever weird reason. It went from being like 100 degrees to being like 60 degrees. And it suddenly feels like fall, and so I don't know what it is, but I'm ready for Halloween.
Kind of sad. We have a garden, and I wanted to get more out of it now that it's starting to get a little colder.
Gardening time is short-lived.
Yeah. It's a spill on you, and now you're mine.
It's going in the highlight reel.
Is it?
Yep.
And you don't know.
We're gonna remix it.
Eating the child.
Nap is less than Hocus Pocus. Hocus Pocus wins. I was so tired. I do love Hocus Pocus though. I've wanted to go back and watch the original Casper. I'm sure that it's just absolutely horrible and that I probably wouldn't like it, but
The one with the 3D animation or the
no, the 3D animation, the live action one. I loved that show when I was a kid. I thought it was so sad, but so great. I felt bad for the little boy. Gigamesh says that he's leaving, but he's going to leave the stream on for viewership. Thank you.
Sweet. Super nice.
We appreciate that. Thank you so much.
We usually stream evenings, and so our next stream is going to be Tuesday at 8
p.m.
So 8 p.m. Mountain
Time, yeah. 8 p.m. Mountain Time. We're normally on a few times a week. We try to do 2 weeknight streams and then normally a weekend stream as well.
3 or 4 days a week.
3 or 4 days. It depends on the week and our schedules, but we'll look forward to seeing you next time.
It's our week. That's
Yoda. Apples Dos Apple says, if I kidnap one of your sisters, which of you two gets to run around shirtless while the other hangs out in the backpack when you come to rescue her? Tweed gets shirtless.
Do I?
Yep. I'll hang out in the backpack.
We gotta hit the gym a little bit more before we start playing the game then.
I think Spaghetti says, Bette Midler wants them to either remake or create a musical. I'm all for it. I'd heard that.
That'd be so awesome.
I'm really excited to see if anything comes of it. She did a concert recently where they did a bunch of cool projection art, I guess, to kind of change the stage up, and I was reading some comments on an interview that she did after performing that song, and she was saying something about that, so let's keep our fingers crossed.
That would be awesome.
That would be really cool. The one with Christina Ricci. I hope that they can get everybody back together if they do something.
That was a fantastic treat.
It really was. They're just flawless. Yeah, 52 says, make fan art of it. Stopak says, this took 15 to 20 minutes. I think I drew too fast. I'm going to click on your link here.
Oh my gosh, you drew something?
Oh, he drew us. Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh!
That's the coolest ever.
I love it!
That's
Holy
really
cow.
neat. We're gonna have to make that our picture, I think, our icon.
Thank you so much.
Thank
That's
you.
so cool.
That's amazing. I can't believe that you're able to do such great art that fast. I'm so jealous of your talent. That's so cool. Thank you so much.
Thank you. That's
really neat.
Super rad. I love it.
I think Spaghetti says, that's cute. It is cute. I love it.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much.
That really is so nice of you. Thank you.
Beaten snippet mutants.
Bah. That's so cool.
That's rad. Thank you so much. We'll have to make it our
little icon.
Yeah, we're gonna put it on Twitter and everywhere.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. I love it.
I really love it a lot. That's awesome.
It's like one of the nicest things that anybody's done.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's the nicest thing that anyone's ever done for me.
We're gonna put that on.
We're gonna.
As
That's gonna be part of our highlight reel. Me singing music from Scrooged. Yeah, 52 says, so is it weird that I'm eating honeycomb cereal while watching a stream about a bear?
Oh, that's rad.
That's the only cereal you can eat while you watch the stream about a bear.
I feel like we should be eating that while we stream.
I know. I'm gonna have to get some honeycomb. I love all the little hearts that are going on right now. Thanks, Spaghetti, Stopac, Xanonix. That's really super cool. Thank you.
That's super sweet. Thank you so much. You'll see my attempts. I'll try to draw something about our hashtag. I'll post them on.
J Salvation says, man, I was just gonna send a filter of a screenshot of your guys' faces. Shasta says, awesome stuff, Stopac. If you haven't checked out Stopac's Twitch channel, there's some really cool stuff on there. We had a chance to watch through a few different things the other night. We were at the gym and we were on the bikes looking through stuff on our phones, and Stopac has tons of talent.
As you can see. As referenced by the link that he just posted. There's a lot of talent around. Traden is really good with music.
Mixing music, yeah. In our last stream, he posted a couple of different songs that he has mixed, and we've met some really cool, talented people here. We love getting to chat with you guys and get to know you a little bit better. Thanks for sharing your talent with us too. That's really kind of you. I'm with you, Stopac. I haven't had honeycomb in ages. I remember just loving it as a kid. That one, and do you remember Waffle Crisp? Waffle Crisp, like, do they
so
not? I've looked for it. Do they not make that cereal anymore?
I remember that cereal would always leave this like disgusting film on the roof of my mouth.
Oh,
but
it was
totally
that was the
worth
best. Like, it was totally worth it. It was just a little memoir that you'd had an amazing breakfast for the whole day. Oh, I love it. I think Spaghetti is enjoying some spicy hummus and pita chips, a healthy Mediterranean snack.
So we're gonna have some dinner after we're done streaming.
It's about that time, isn't it?
Yeah, Smith actually cooked for us.
I was a little slow to getting to the stove, I guess, this time. We were running out of time right before our stream, and so we put it on hold.
But we generally eat late anyway.
I made something that I've never made before tonight. I don't know if you guys have seen those, like the rice noodles that they sell at like Asian markets. They're normally all kind of like bundled around, and they're super long, and they're like looped around each other and dried. I heated up some oil so that I could deep fry them, because I've seen that they deep fry and they turn into just these kind of, I don't know what you would call them. They're almost like potato chips. They're like these crunchy, like they inflate. In just a matter of seconds, so you don't even have to deep fry them for more than just like a second or two. But I turned them into churros tonight. I mixed them with some of the like cinnamon and brown sugar and stuff, and we have a big old bowl of that too. So not that that's dinner, but just something unique that I've never done before that I'm excited to see how it actually tastes.
Not sure exactly the next place to go, but I think this is stuff.
Apple has recommended or recognized my little song from Scrooge. You're exactly right. That is what it's from.
Oh, very good.
It's like, that's such an obscure, strange little musical that not very many people know. But I think of it anytime someone says thank you very much.
Best cereal of all time was the Mario Zelda cereal from the I loved that stuff. I would beg my parents to buy it every time.
That one, they knew their target demographic there with that for sure.
Well, I think this is going to be our stopping point for tonight. So we're in the 3rd level, right? Progressing through the game. I think this is further than we ever got when we were kids.
I remember I've been beyond this because I know I remember draining the water and helping Clink out, but I'm not sure that I've been much beyond it. So
we have to drain the water.
We have to drain the water eventually, but we're coming close to that point. So
we are going to be back in 2 days on Tuesday night.
Tuesday at 8 Mountain Time. So if you do happen to be in another time zone, which most of you probably are, 8 o'clock Mountain Time.
Thanks for joining us tonight. Thanks for the new follows. Thanks for the donations and
the art too.
Thank you so much for the art.
Yeah.
It's amazing. If you guys haven't followed us yet, just hit that little heart and give us a follow. So
you can turn on notifications too. In fact, tonight as we started, I just added mine this last week, and I got a little notification on my watch. It told me that we were streaming, which I haven't had happen before. So
notifications are working.
Yep, they're working. We wanted to make sure.
So we're looking forward to being with you again on Tuesday night.
Yeah, we hope you can tune in.
And any feedback that you have for us, just send us a message on Twitch if you think we could be doing something better. We're kind of experimenting with how we're going to improve it. Like tonight we put the camera over on this side rather than over there. Because
I think we were able to see the text a little bit better. We were cutting off part of it last time we noticed. So,
but we will plan on seeing you guys on Tuesday night. And we look forward to it. Thanks a lot, guys.
Thanks for tuning in. Good night.
Good night.